Hello, Facebook Live. It is a Friday afternoon, Friday morning still, 11 o'clock. It feels like afternoon. I've been working for several hours here, getting a lot of stuff done. It's 11:09 a.m. on February 12th. The title of today's live is Going, Going, Gone. Going, Going, Gone. We'll talk about that. Good morning, everybody tuning in. It's cold out there. I haven't ran yet. Kind of been intimidated by the cold this morning for some reason. Woke up, it was like 7 degrees. Plus I had a bunch of work to do, so I will be out running here soon. Good morning, everybody. If you're tuning in live, just drop a comment, hashtag live. If it's on the replay, hashtag replay. I'm going to give you an update with what's going on here at the restaurant. And going, going, gone. So let's see. Jamie and I just got back from the Finger Lakes. We were up there Tuesday to Thursday. We were out on Cuca Lake most of the time, scouting out some wineries. So we're doing these winery trips now to the Finger Lakes because we can't get to Italy. But we have Italy planned for November, and hopefully by November everything will be good for Italy. We're hoping, because 2020 we couldn't get to Italy, and we used to take a group every year to small family-run vineyards throughout the Italian countryside, and we're excited to get back there. But in the lack of traveling, we set up these Finger Lake trips that are going really, really well. And so Jamie and I were up in Cuca Lake, and part of the deal is, we're picking wineries that can accommodate us safely. So that's the big thing. Some wineries are too small. Some wineries don't have the proper tasting room set up. They don't have, whatever it is. We're picking wineries that can properly accommodate around Cuca Lake. They're not even open right now, but they are willing to open up special for us on our March trip, March 19th or the 20th, 21st. They are willing to open up a special. So just our group is in the winery. So these are things that we're up there, just checking out the tasting rooms, checking out, making sure people have proper, adequate, safe space to taste. So that's what we were doing up there, and checking out some wineries that we haven't been to in a while, and checking out some wineries that we have been to. So we went back to Fulkerson. Fulkerson's one of our favorite wineries, making some really cool stuff for Fulkerson. Went to Herman Weimer, have never been there. I've had their wines many, many years ago when Herman Weimer actually owned the property. He sold it in 2007 to two guys who now own Herman Weimer and Standing Stone. Standing Stone, is it? Standing Stone. So we were over visiting Herman Weimer. We were Domaine Le Sueur. So we were really some really cool places. Domaine Le Sueur is an awesome little winery run by a young French couple, an ambitious French couple, and they're going to be happy to have us come do a private tasting. So that's what Jamie and I were doing there. We were just trying to run the route, solidify things, and make sure everything's safe, and proceed with another trip up there on Cuca Lake. Did that. Let's see. So what else is going on? On our way back, we stopped at Do Good Spirits. Do Good Spirits is Prohibition Distillery. Prohibition Distillery is rebranding themselves into Do Good Spirits. The owner there has owner has a fantastic story. So check them out. Prohibition Distillery. They're the ones who make the Prohibition vodka, gin, and now they make a bourbon, and they also make a bourbon cream. And he was talking our language yesterday because we don't realize this. Alcohol does not come with an ingredient label. So when you go to the store and pick up a Bailey's or a Grand Marnier or a bottle of Triple Sec or whatever you're buying, there's no ingredient list on these spirit bottles. And you'd be surprised of what's actually in these. So glycerin is one of the main ingredients in there that just makes all this stuff smooth and sweet and shiny, and it's in a lot of products. So Jennifer's saying the trip sounds fun. I think it's great that you guys do trips and education. You guys do it all. Thank you, Jennifer, for that comment. Good morning to everybody tuning in. Pamela, Bob, Joel. Good morning, everybody. A bunch of people in. Kimberly, Ralph, So thank you everybody who's tuning in. Billy, a bunch of people on, so thank you. So we hung out at Do Good Spirits yesterday at Prohibition for a little while. Patrick was with us, who works for us, and he has never gotten a tour there, so we got the full tour, and did a tasting and got a whole rundown. And really great, really good folks up there. So really awesome to have them stocked here at the restaurant. We've been supporting them, for 10 years. At least 10 years we've been supporting them. And now the nice thing about them is they just switched to being independently distributed. And I should probably do a video on this. Distribution in New York State sometimes can be a downright crime against business. When you have a small distillery, a small winery, especially distilleries, when you log on to the big companies like Southern and Empire, they lock you into these extraneous contracts. And now Southern, which is the biggest distributor in the country, I don't know, like 40 states or something, they're now trying to sponsor even tighter legislation for spirit companies that are signed on with contracts. It's almost impossible, even for beer companies, to break contracts. So for example, there's 300 distributors in the state of New York, right? Easily 300 distributors in the state of New York. Only one person can carry Jack Daniels, only one person can carry Absolut, only one person can carry this rum, this vodka, whatever. And once you're locked into this distribution with a company, the larger companies like Southern and Empire lock you into the worst contracts ever, like ever, where they will literally put you out of business because they're tying up your sales. They're not ordering enough of your product, especially if you're a small company, and they keep raising it on their end and trying to beat you up for a lower price. I've heard this story many times. And if you're a company, distillery XYZ, and you go to the big distributor like Southern or Empire, and you go to these guys and say, hey, I need out of my contract. This just isn't working. I've been with you guys for 5 years, for 3 years, for 9 years. And there's not enough volume here. You keep asking me to lower my price. You keep raising the price to the consumer, so you guys keep making more money. I'm making less money, and my costs are going up. I can't raise my price to you. Like, where does this give? Like, I just need to get out of my contract. And the company will say, you want out of your contract? Yeah, how about you buy out your contract for $250,000 or $800,000, and you'll go back to them as the owner and say, why would I owe you $800,000? Well, because we have an exclusive on your product and you're signed into a contract, and this is what we'd be losing in sales in the next 5 years if we don't have your product. We'd be losing $800,000. So you need to buy us out of your contract, out of your obligation. And as a small company, you're like, oh my gosh, like how could I ever do that? So you grin and bear it and you suck it up and you keep dealing with this company that repeatedly beats you up and beats you up and beats you up. And it's unfortunate because probably 99% of restaurants out there deal with Southern and Empire, and they buy into this system of suppressing small independents. And I think it's a downright crime. Stories I've heard year after year after year, over and over and over again, from small independents, whether they're in Oregon, in New York, wherever they're at, they're like, these guys downright suck, and they're like bleeding our company, and we have no other choice but to stay in there and stay with them. If you're lucky enough, you can finagle your way out and get out of the contract, but you still have to owe money. Same thing with beer companies. If you're a brewery and you want to switch companies, you're bound to a pretty tight contract. But now Southern is sponsoring this state legislation called something source, where it's going to be even harder than it was previously for these small guys to get out of these contracts, out of these distribution contracts. And so the big guys keep getting bigger. I'm sure these big guys are supporting the small guys, but it's not even to a fair level. It's not even on a level playing field. It's just totally not level. So Southern, I think we probably buy from Southern Wine and Spirits, Southern Glazer. I think we probably buy them 4 times a year, if that, maybe 5, maybe 6 times a year we buy from them, as opposed to other independents that we're buying from on a weekly basis. And Empire, I'd probably say we buy from Empire maybe 4, 5 times a year, 6 times a year. We were buying the Prohibition stuff from them, and we're glad that Prohibition was able to get out of their contract, because now we can buy directly from Prohibition. But even when these small guys get out of the distribution contracts with the big guys, there's always a clause in there, no matter who you are, there's always a clause in there that they can never get another distributor in the state of New York. So it's like it's all or nothing. It's like these companies are so, the way they do business is just so unethical. It's so unethical. It's literally a crime. And this is why the big guys like Diageo, InBev, which makes Budweiser, Diageo has all the spirits, Johnny Walker, all the whiskeys, Johnny Walker, all the the good so-called, what we think are good so-called single malt scotches. They own all of these, right? And I'm just like, why support a company? Why support a company that doesn't play fair at all? That actually does. I mean, they're all the same. When you get to a level that big, you can throw money around. You can throw your attorneys around, you can threaten all these small guys, and you can do exactly what you want to make it that much more of an unfair advantage for people to buy your Absolute Vodka, to buy your Grey Goose, to buy your whatever that you're selling. And I'm sorry, we're just not part of that. We don't want to be part of that system at all, which is why we don't stock those big brands and why we try not to use those big companies. And I think buying from Empire 4 times a year, or 6 times a year, whatever it is, or Southern, 4 or 6 times a year is much better than 52 times a year, and stocking our whole bar with those two companies. Because you can literally stock your whole bar of every single major name brand of wine and spirits with just using 2 companies, Southern and Empire. You can totally stock your bar and keep buying to this corrupt system. So when restaurants say, well, we support local, and then you turn around, or we're committed to local, and then you look at their bar and you see Kettle One, you see Belvedere, you see Grey Goose, you see Cuervo, you're like, your commitment means really nothing, because you're the same commitment, the commitment you think you're doing, you're taking your money and you're more committed to supporting a corrupt, literally crime-driven industry. So the money that you're making, you're supporting the wrong thing. So like, where does this weigh out? So you're gonna sell 10 bottles of Grey Goose for every 1 bottle of local vodka, if that. And this is what really changed it for us in the beginning. We did stock the big brands in the beginning. We were guilty of stocking the big brands in the beginning. Back in 2004, 2005, there were not many local distilleries. There weren't. It wasn't even part of the law until like 2006. The farm distillery bill came in, and then you were able to start getting local things. You can still get independence from other states, but it was really driven. You were really driven into really buying all the big brands. So as the small brands became available, like Hangar One vodka, we put Hangar One on our bar next to Stoli, next to Grey Goose, unfortunately at the time, next to like 3 other big brands. Nobody would buy Hangar One, even though in 2005, 60 Minutes did a great thing on vodka and how Hangar One was like, they basically said Hangar One's the best vodka out there, 60 Minutes. And when you would tell people that, like, I don't care, I still want Grey Goose. They still want to support, and people don't think like I think. And I understand that. They don't think like I think at all. They think, well, I just want the Grey Goose because that's what I'm conditioned to drink. Conditioned to drink Grey Goose. Not knowing that the company is corrupt, the distribution company is corrupt, and by you buying that and supporting these companies, it's pushing the other small guys out of the way further and further. And these small guys are just doing what they can to stay alive. So, and back in 2006, when people just weren't buying Hangar One or some of the other vodkas that we had or some of the other small spirits that we had, I said, you know what? Why even give people a choice anymore? Why give them a choice when they come in for Grey Goose or for Cuervo or for Stoli or for Kettle, Belvedere? Why even give them a choice? Here's your choice. It's independent vodka A, B, or C. Those are the 3 vodkas or 5 vodkas I have. It's all independents. Now you can choose from a true independent vodka. Now you can choose from a true independent tequila. Now you can choose from a true independent gin or rum producer. And that's what we went to. I said, you know what? If you leave it up to a lot of people who don't really care, it's not going to make as much of a difference. But now when you're coming in, I have full control of these are the independents we stock. These are the local things we stock. This is the only, right? This is the local cooking oil I use. This is the local whatever I use. So it made a huge impact right off the bat. And people ask us all the time, Marcus, how do you have all these unique small brands? Where in the world did you find this? Where did you find that? Well, after you deal with the right distributors, the distributors that have the products, they know that you're going to properly properly represent what they have, they come in with the stuff. They come with stuff all the time and say, we got the coolest new vodka, we got the coolest new rum for you, we got the coolest new grappa for you, we got the coolest new this, coolest new that. Because they know that they can come into a bar here, all right? They can come into this bar right here that has 200 spirits on it, right? That is stocked with all this stuff, and they know that they don't have to compete against Grey Goose. They know they don't have to compete against Cuervo. They know they don't have to compete against Knob Creek, which is not small batch. They know they don't have to compete against Jim Beam or Jack Daniels. They know the competition's not there, that they're on a fair playing field. So these small distributors and small producers seek us out because they know they're on a level playing field. They know they're going to get proper representation here. So that's the story with that. I didn't mean to go on about that today. Sometimes I just go on about certain things that get on here and just start talking. Good morning, everybody who's tuning in. Hi, Mary. Hi, Frank. Hi, Valerie. Deborah. Lynn. Erica. Good morning. Candace. John. Stephen. Pamela. So good morning, everybody. So, all right. The topic of this video is going, gone. Folks, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. We only have 7 tables here because we have a grocery store and we're only limited to 50%. So you take 18 tables, 50%, 6-foot regulations, dividers in between. We barely have 6. We have 6 tables at best. 7 tables at best. I'm down over 50%, right? So on a normal year, Valentine's Day would be packed and we'd be turning away 100 people. Now, with less than half my seating, and the same amount of reservations coming in, it's the same situation. Going, gone. It's almost impossible to get in here for a reservation on Valentine's Day. I just don't have the tables. I don't have the space for you to sit down and eat here. It's not happening. So if you want a reservation, you better call ASAP and take what you can get. And if you can't commit to that time, then don't make the reservation at any restaurant. Restaurants are running extremely limited seating, obviously. So do not make a reservation at any restaurant and tie that reservation up until Sunday and then decide Sunday, I have to cancel because I'm going somewhere else or we're doing something else. When you commit to a reservation, please commit to that for that restaurant. It means a lot. What really means a lot is showing up on time for your reservation. I know some restaurants are bad with seating you on the time of your reservation. Restaurants have gotten better during COVID. And that's something we've always strived for, is if you made a reservation for 7, to have you seated at 7. We're not perfect, you can go late. But what really is terrible, and the reason why you might be getting seated late for your reservation, is because the person before you was 20 minutes late for their reservation, which in turn makes you wait 20 minutes for your reservation. So it's a trickle effect, all right? So if everybody was on time for their reservation, there'd be less waiting for your reservation and your reservation would be more on time because of that. So if you're running late, you're screwing up the restaurant's ability to make money. You're screwing up the next person's experience because they had to sit there and stand out in their car now in most places, sit in their car or stay outside because there's no obviously waiting areas in restaurants because it's unsafe. So you're screwing up a whole chain, it's a domino effect. So please, with whatever restaurant you go to, anytime, especially during COVID, please honor your reservation time. Super, super important to do that. If you're running late, call the restaurant as soon as you know. Some restaurants have strict policies. We don't. If you're 10, 15 minutes late for your reservation, they give your table away. They just simply don't hold your table. We typically don't do that, but I gotta be honest with you. If you're 45 minutes late for a table here, this happens more often than people think. There's a table that's a half an hour late, 40 minutes late, and you expect me to hold your table. With 50% limited seating, I can't really hold tables because I'm losing revenue. And I have to literally get every dollar that I have potential of because I'm limited. So please honor your reservations at any restaurant. Because we're limited in reservations, we've done this amazing, amazing Valentine's Day box. It's $109. It's $132 value. You can get that box for your house. Not for in-dining. I had somebody that called me yesterday and say, can I order it and sit down and eat it? Well, no, because it's not designed for that. It's designed specially priced. It's specially priced for you to take home and not sit down and eat. And when like the wine that's in there is priced for retail, like that's right there. So That's the retail pricing. That's what you take home, the wine for the retail price based on that $135 value. If you were to figure out that I was charging more for it, almost double for some of the wines, then that's really like $150 value in the restaurant. So I couldn't do that. It's not good business sense. We're doing it because I want to create volume and I want you to safely eat at home and enjoy really, really good food. So our Valentine's Day box is posted on our website. We've sold a lot of Valentine's Day boxes already. I'm expecting, and there's only so many I can make, right? So we're planning on like the same as for New Year's, like 65 or something. I'm assuming on Valentine's Day when people start calling and realizing they can't get a reservation anywhere, that they're going to say, okay, I'll take your box. Sunday might be too late for that because might be sold out of boxes. I'm assuming that I could sell the same amount of boxes that I've already sold in the last 3-4 days as I announced it. I'm assuming what I could do on Sunday. The phone keeps ringing like crazy. We're turning people away. There's maybe very, very few tables left. And it's times that a lot of people just don't want. They don't want to come in at 3 o'clock and celebrate Valentine's Day, or it'd be the last reservation. So call if you want to come in for Valentine's Day. We have those few limited tables left, like I don't know, maybe 3 tables left. I'm not sure. But you can get a box still. The boxes are still available. It's awesome. It has our brisket in it. It has our tuna in it. It has burrata imported from Italy, shrimp cocktail, an arugula salad, desserts. Jamie's making her Rocky Road fudge for it, her vegan Rocky Road fudge. It comes with cheesecake with blueberry sauce. It comes with vegetables and potatoes this time. The New Year's Eve box didn't come with that. It comes with a half bottle of sparkling wine, a sparkling like cava, and then it comes with or Prosecco, and then it comes with a full bottle of wine that you can choose from. Really nice California wine from Scheid Family Winery. Really nice wine, estate-grown wine from Monterey. Really, really cool stuff. So you can upgrade wine too. Somebody called yesterday and said, can I upgrade wine? I want Chianti. Sure. You can absolutely upgrade the wine. So we figure the wine values, XYZ, and you want XYY value wine, we just add the price difference, okay? It's easy to do that. So if there's something that you really wanted to upgrade, no problem. We'll just, give you a certain amount of credit towards that for your wine, for your next purchase. So it's super easy to do, all right? Even if you wanted to put the credit towards beer, we're not gonna say no, right? We appreciate your business and we're not gonna say no. I was having a conversation today with somebody about delivery charges and delivery fees, and they're like, you should be charging delivery fees. I'm like, I'm not charging delivery fees. It's not part of my business plan right now. Like, I'll deliver to the town of Warsing. I'll deliver your food. Like I'm just happy. I'm happy that you're calling me for food. We have a couple big deliveries today. We have to stock some Airbnbs. We got some really big deliveries. And somebody goes, you should just be charging. Like I'm like, no. I don't want to charge right now. It's not part of, not to say I'm not going to charge in the future, but as of right now, it's not part of my business model to charge for deliveries. Can we regularly do deliveries? No, we don't even regularly do deliveries. If we know ahead of time, we can do it. I have a lady who typically orders like a burger and a bottle of wine like 3 days a week. And she's literally spending $20, and I have to take my time out and go deliver a $20 meal. And I don't charge a delivery fee, nor does she tip, which is no problem, right? I'm the owner, I'm going to deliver it, but the staff still packed it up, and the wait staff, and it still takes time, and they still have to deal with her on the phone, and this and that. I don't care about that. But she orders 3 days a week, $20 a delivery. Sometimes it's a $30 delivery. And if I take that times 3 days a week, $75 a week, and she's been very consistent since COVID started in March. How many weeks ago is that? We're going on 40-something weeks, right? How much money has she spent? If I would have told her it's a $10 delivery fee, I probably would have not even gotten near the amount of business from her, because maybe another restaurant isn't charging delivery fee, maybe another, whatever, right? So my policy right now is no delivery fees. And I got into this conversation with another business owner this morning. You should be charging it. I'm not going to tell you to do, but you should be charging it. No charges right now. That's just the bottom line. I don't want to do that. So it was just an interesting conversation how other business owners, restaurant owners think. So my thought on no delivery charges, I'm very appreciative, and Jamie and I have a lot of gratitude that you're calling us for food. I ran a $22 order out to past Kerhonkson last week. $22 $22 past Kerhunks, and it took me like 20 something minutes to get there, and just to get there. And then I had to go up this steep driveway, and I had to back down the driveway. The only thing I ask, if you're getting if any restaurant's delivering to you, the only thing that I ask you do for everybody, make sure everything's well lit and make sure everything's salted. I almost fell getting back into my car. Good thing I was able to grab into my car and not fall. The driveway was slippery. I take a flashlight with me so I can see where I'm going, but most delivery drivers don't have. I take like a 1200 lumens flashlight with me and to the deliveries. But some delivery people might not have that. So just be respectful of people that are coming onto your property. Make it easier for them no matter what restaurant you order from, okay? This just some courtesy for everybody. Jim is on. What's happening, Jim? Jim's a good friend of mine. Jim, do you need my address? I'm hungry. So yeah, so Jim's in Ellensburg, Washington. A bit far from Ellenville, New York. Ellensburg, Washington. Probably about 3,000 miles away. Jim, I probably have your address. I'll send you something, but I can't deliver to you in person. But thank you, Jim, for thinking of us. I appreciate it. Support is very appreciated. Jim was here this summer visiting. Jim owns a few restaurants out there, a couple different concepts. Jim is also a very hardworking restaurant owner that is kicking butt. Good friend of mine. Him and I talk every week. We probably talk 5 days a week on the phone and brainstorm. And we get we throw ideas on and off to each other and feed off of each other. And sometimes it's a little friendly competition, but we do get ideas from each other. Jim and I belong to a fantastic mastermind for 11 years together where we traveled the country. So Jim is very, very business focused, another marketing genius. Some of my ideas come from Jim when it comes to marketing. Hello, Nicholas. Hi, Kat. Hello, everybody else tuning in. We really, really appreciate the support. So that's my thoughts on delivery right now. No charge for delivery. 647-3000 for reservations for Valentine's Day. 647-3000 for Valentine's Day reservations. Most likely the box. Get the box. The box is well worth it. The box is awesome. Really, really awesome. We smoked our brisket. The brisket was cooking for literally 60 hours. It's getting packaged up today. So it's a week-long process to make our brisket and package it and reserve it. Because of the very, very long slow cooking time on it, which makes it just amazing, makes it delicious. All right, I am going to get out and go for my run here, send an email out. Jim's dropping a comment, 647-3000 for reservations. Thank you, Jim, appreciate it. Hi, Barbara. Hello, everybody else who's tuning in. Drop a comment, hashtag live if you were tuning in. Live, if it was on the replay, hashtag replay. And did you know I was on? Did you get the notification? Jamie was out getting her nails done. She didn't know I was on. Good thing I'm working when she came back. Not here goofing off, right?
Good thing.
Good thing. Been working since you left, honey.
Good
Been
job.
doing a lot of website updates. I redid the VIP. I added a new page onto the VIP site. My assistant and I, Harvard, we've been working on that. Not quite updated yet, but 90% of the stuff is there. Added some new wineries. We did the play-by-play itinerary for our next trip to Keuka Lake. Really, really awesome. So we have so many amazing contacts in Keuka and Seneca, and even Canandaigua, which is the next lake over, I think. Is that where Standing Stone is? A couple of other vineyards, Thirsty Owl vineyards over there. So we've got amazing contacts in the Finger Lakes. And I'm thinking
Stone is on Seneca.
Sheldrake Point on the other lake. So we have so many great contacts at all the wineries up there. We just have some amazing, amazing stuff that I think we can probably pull off another Seneca trip, Jamie, and have a whole different itinerary. You know that? Different itinerary with really good wines, really good wineries, really amazing wineries. So that could be part of the plan to do another Seneca Lake. We already did Seneca 2 weeks ago. We're doing Keuka in March, but I think maybe April we can probably pull off another Seneca Lake trip. Really excited. We're just getting better and better at this planning stuff. It's great. It's really, really awesome. Anything else, Jamie? Did I forget anything?
you talk about Valentine's Day boxes?
I did, Valentine's Day boxes. The title's going, gone because in-house reservations are almost gone.
Yes.
We don't have the tables. We just don't have the tables to seat everybody like we have in the past. That's it, folks. I'm out of here. I'm going for my run. Hopefully it's warmer out now. It should be in the mid-teens.
It's definitely warmer.
It's in the mid-teens. Yes, we do have.
Did you go over what's in the box? Of course.
Lethea is asking, do you have non-alcoholic drinks? We have non-alcoholic drinks.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely have non-alcoholic drinks.
We just got local apple cider in.
Yep.
But we can make a like a Manhattan or an old fashioned out of apple cider.
We can make like a non-alcoholic old fashioned from apple cider. We can do a few different things. So yeah, totally, 100% we can do some stuff. Call Jamie, 647-3000. So whenever you're interested in that, whether you want it in the Valentine's Day box or when you're eating or for takeout, 100% absolutely. And we're going to be getting grape juice that is from Fulkerson Winery up in the Finger Lakes. That is non-alcoholic, fresh pressed grape juice. Riesling grape juice, Gewürztraminer grape juice, Cab Franc grape juice. That tastes like the wine, but there's no alcohol because it's fresh pressed, pasteurized, and then bottled. We don't have it in yet, but we will be getting that in very soon. So yes, you can have it in the box. It can go in the box. So talk to Jamie, and we will be happy to substitute something for you in the box for the alcohol. 100% we'd be happy to work with you on that. She'll go over all the options with you. So yeah, we got some really cool stuff. We have a turmeric, this non-alcoholic turmeric sparkling that's really, really good as well. So yeah, we can definitely do stuff for you. Jamie can make a cocktail, and we have some packaged stuff. Yep. All right, that's it, folks. I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the support. We really, really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.